Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my Bunkerville series where I have 4 more chickens. I also have more horses. Well, really I say more horses, but in reality it's just horses in general. And I would have liked to show you the footage, but the actual footage of me getting these horses is way too laggy for a YouTube video, so I'm not going to show it to you, because it's like one frame every 5 seconds or something like that. It's not pleasant to watch. So I'm just gonna show you a quick update of what I currently have done on the base and then what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the video. This horse, Kevin, was the one that we saw up there last episode. I think I pointed him out, maybe a couple months ago. And then green horse was the first one I got, but in the meadow there were a couple other horses, so that's where you get Midnight and then Benedict. Benedict was actually named by Scarlet, who was the reason I got back onto the server. Hello. And so I figured, only fitting that since I needed names, I would give one to him to name. And then I took the liberty of just stripping down the pork and the cows and all of the chickens. These chickens were born from eggs, like single chickens born from eggs. The 4 over there were made from like that low chance where you could get 4 from 1 egg. And these are just normal, and then I'm just letting them grow up, and then eventually I'll decrease them. I had so many animals, but because of lag reasons, I had to strip all of them. And then, so I did that. And then, what was the other? That was really the only thing that I had during that episode, because I was like prepping and everything, and I don't really think there's anything else other than getting horses that I improved upon. But anyway, so I've started doing this, where this is actually covering up the fact that I've started just building up. So, if I do this, yeah, so it's nighttime and I'm not doing it, but I'm basically going layer by layer, just getting this back to the top. So, in storage, I actually have these, yeah, so I've just been cooking all of the deep slate, just cooking some. I don't know how much I'm going to need. This is probably going to be enough. And yeah, so in the end I only ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, little over 10, it's about, yeah, wow, that's a lot. 4,475. That's just mine in general. Like the actual collection I have is just 10 full double chests of deep slate, and then a little over. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. And then I also have a design ready for the banners, so I'll be putting them in. Also, you might notice the ender chest in the corner isn't there. I'm going to put it last because all of the villagers just gravitate to whatever spot is highest in a room, apparently. So, yeah, I'm just going to hopefully check to see if this footage is too laggy, and hopefully it's not. And either way, I'm going to keep putting this up, and then later I will show you the final banner design and show anything else that I need to that I forget. Yeah, so see you when I see you next. Alright, so I have finished up the whole, and now I can start on the next part of today, which is finishing up the final touches for the base. Alright, I have now added in the different areas, so I have the 2 torches to represent how it's humble beginnings, but then I've added the walls and I've even polished the floor, so the floor actually looks nice. It's just like the wall colors and not the flooring, but I like how it looks like a cohesive unit. Like this would be maybe a warm bath place that the villagers use, so it's just a communal bathing area that occasionally they switch out the water for or something. But anyway, now it's on to the banners. So the banners are So we just need one. So what the banner is going to be is first we'll need the yellow dye, and then the flower pattern. So then I can create this pattern. So this is supposed to represent both the sun as well as flowers, just in general, and the yellow is sort of like the common color for the villages, specifically the prairie villagers that I have. I don't have acacia. I don't remember the color for acacia. I think it might be orange. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. I need some more dye. Hold on. I have made a grave mistake in how I did this thing. Because the problem I'm having is I looked up the color for acacia, and it's apparently brown banners. So I should use a brown base instead of a white base. So now I need to do way more color collection. I'll be back once I finish that, because I'm gonna have to figure out some stuff. Shout out to Bob to making my life much easier. Seriously, he's just been like, hey, does anyone need help this whole day? And so, or at least the past, I don't know, enough time where I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure that I connect with him. So this is the villager. That's a Fletcher over here, and they haven't been named, so now they're named Bob O'Ducey. So Ducey is the villager name, the other name, and then Bob was the nickname he had at the time. So yee. Thanks, Bob. You really helped me out here, because I was not looking forward to just shearing a bunch of sheep. So now I got 13 banners, and I can finally... I need to get my patterns again. Okay, pattern. Boop, boop. So you have the sunflower, and then you have representing the sun as well as the daisy, and then you would also have the red, which we're supposed to represent sort of like the villagers. In hindsight, I could have just swapped these. That would make more sense, because I'm gonna have the flower. But you know what? I have a new design, which is a little more appropriate. So it's very simple. So you have the flower representing villages, and then you have the brown backing, which is supposed to represent the Acacia Village, which we have some people from. And then, like, for example, you have Adeline, who's the cleric. Then you have Shio is currently a leather worker. And then Shia, I think, became a librarian, if I remember correctly. And I think there's, like, a couple there might be one or two kids that are, like, the next generation. So you have the Acacia backing, and then you have the yellow from the prairie village, as well as the fact that it's just a village in general. So you have the yellow and brown, plus the brown is, like, the prairie villagers, like, main garb. So it's sort of a nice mix between the two. So I've decided that to be the final design, but I'm going to need a lot of them, which is why I have this. So I have 13. 2 are going up in here. Then you have the 2 that are going to be in here. I'm not lighting that. I spent this whole series not using a nether portal. I'm not going to start now. There's also going to be one here. One here. One here. 2 here. Going to be 1 here. I want to fill in this gap. And then I need to make another under chest. Yeah, so there we go. We have the banner on top of it. Oh, you know what? I should have one over here. So, as a reference to our village, this is the graveyard. Had no other deaths other than me, but I can respawn, so it's fine. And then, we have my room. Alright, so with the last banner in place, the rest of the base has been completed. I've sealed off the base from the outside world. Everyone has a friend of their own kind, except me, but I'm a player, so things are different. So, I have all the banners, all the e-chests are in place, all the professions are somewhere in the base. So, I'm all good. I'm all good. It's time to end the series. I've had a lot of fun from conceptualizing the base to actually making it a reality. This is the first base that I've done since the beginning of Minecraft, because, well, or at least my Minecraft experience. Back in 2011, 2012 is when I joined Minecraft, and well, and I mostly have done like mini games and stuff. So going back to survival Minecraft, especially with all the things that they added, it was just a really good experience. And so I'm really glad that Scarlet sort of invited me back on the server, and that sort of jumpstart my inspiration for creating all of this from, like, this room didn't even exist in my plan. So I'm sort of ready just to let this base be done, basically, so that there's an actual end. And so I am going to take off my armor and put all in the chest. So, with everything I need, just some emeralds, a clock, and a journal, I'm ready for my next adventure.